my name is Daxio, and this is Plugged In News. In today's pin update, we have over 500 million Facebook accounts have had their personal data leaked, as well as a pastor from Canada calls police Gestapo after they tried to enforce COVID rules on the church. And last but not least, Georgia County expected to lose over $100 million over MLB relocating. Let's get right into that. Alright, and for our first story today, this comes from Insider by Aaron Holmes. It's 533 million Facebook users' phone numbers and personal data have been leaked online. It goes on to state, a user in a low-level hacking forum on Saturday published the phone numbers and personal data of hundreds of millions of Facebook users for free online. The exposed data includes personal information of over 533 million Facebook users from 106 countries, including over 32 million records on users in the US, 11 million on users in the UK, and 6 million on users in India. It includes their phone numbers, Facebook IDs, full names, locations, birth dates, bios, and in some cases, email addresses. Insider revealed a sample of the leaked data and verified several records by matching known Facebook users' phone numbers with their IDs listed in the dataset. We also verified records by testing email addresses from the dataset in Facebook's password reset feature, which can be used partially to reveal a user's phone number. A Facebook spokesperson told Insider that the data was scrapped due to vulnerability that the company patched in 2019. While a couple of years old, the leaked data could still provide valuable information to cybercriminals who use people's personal information to impersonate them or scam them into handing over login credentials, according to Alon Gal, CTO of cybercrime intelligence firm Hudson Rock, who first discovered the entire trove of leaked data on Saturday. A database of that size containing the private information such as phone numbers of a lot of Facebook users would certainly lead to bad actors taking advantage of the data to perform social engineering attacks or hacking attempts. Gal first discovered the leak in January when a user in the same hacking forum advertised an automated bot that could provide phone numbers for hundreds of millions of Facebook users in exchange for a price. Motherboard reported on that bot's existence at the time and verified that the data was legitimate. This is a scary story here. I understand it's data from years ago, but still data from years ago can be applied to now. So whether that's someone didn't get their phone number changed or like their address changed or even their email address, like that could be, this is big. This is big. And the Facebook spokesperson said the data was scrapped due to vulnerability. Why? If it's scrapped, then why is it still here? Why is it still up? Why is it online for millions of people to see? Facebook is terrible. Alright, our next story today comes from RT. It's by Arthur Kowalski. It states, Gestapo out, watch Canadian cops chased out by enraged pastor after reportedly trying to stop a Passover prayer. A controversial Canadian pastor has reported that he forced out 6 police officers who are said to have had tried to stop an Easter service due to COVID-19 restrictions by repeatedly screaming out of this property at them. A video of the encounter spreading on social media shows the officers being confronted by a man who is obviously unhappy to see them. Please get out immediately out of this property, the cameraman tells them, repeating the same message again and again in an increasingly loud and agitated voice. The man eventually starts calling the cops Gestapo and Nazis, ordering them to go and don't come back without a warrant. As the officers oblige and walk away, they are chased by more angry calls. Unbelievable, sick, evil people, intimidating people in church during Passover. And yet, I totally agree with this pastor, 100%. Screw these police officers. The video was first published by Arthur Kowalski, a controversial Canadian street preacher of Polish origin. He shows his face at the end of the video to suppress his outrage to the viewers. The conservative pastor is based in Calgary, Alberta, and is known for locally almsgiving work and fiery sermons against the Sharia law, abortions, gay rights, and lately COVID-19 restrictions. He has repeatedly been fined by the authorities for organizing protests in breach of health regulations currently in place in this country. According to Canadian media, his views have made him a target for criticism from left-wing activists. This is just another terrible story, another COVID-19 story, where people can't even celebrate Passover or Easter without the police getting in the way because of a 99.8 or 7% survival rate, disease, pandemic, plague. Really? You guys care about it this much that you'd be willing to risk yourselves to go to this church